If you did not get a baby walker for your baby for baby shower gift or when you had a baby, then something is definitely wrong. I'm going to tell you today why I use a baby walker and what I think about them now. Are they safe? Are they helpful? I'm Dr. Nkirike, a pediatrician and pediatric ER doctor and mom of 3. And today we're going to talk about everything baby walkers. I am Nigerian and baby walkers were the ultimate gift for every Nigerian parent. Once you're pregnant, your baby's coming, you get a baby walker. I got 2 for my first son. It was one sure way they told me it would make my baby walk from 4 months old if I wanted him to walk. But were those things really safe? And were they really helpful for my baby to walk? These walkers give babies who cannot really navigate how to walk yet, give them some sort of superpower. And that sounds fun and great, but they also make it very unsafe. Baby walkers can move at a speed of 3 feet or 1 meter per second, and that's so much faster than any adult can react to if your child is cruising into danger. A lot of families assume that the dangers and baby walkers being unsafe is because there's no family or parent reacting and looking at the child. But a lot of studies have been done and shown that baby walkers and injuries actually happen when there is a parent actively monitoring the child. But because they move so fast, they're not able to react enough to keep the child from danger. Here are a few ways that baby walkers place babies in unsafe situations. It makes them able to crawl into locations and spaces they probably wouldn't reach if they were just sitting or just cruising beside you. Like downstairs, I remember my son on the verge of falling downstairs in his first baby walker because I had no idea it would place him at such risk. Because of this ability to cruise through doors and stairs, back in the 90s, a lot of modification was made for some baby walkers so that way they could not fit through those spaces, and even made some breaks for some. But it did not stop the injuries because in 2018, a study was done which showed that about 230,000 kids were actually managed in the ED from injuries due to baby walkers between 1990s and 2014 after the modification were made. So this does not still make baby walkers safe. Other locations and injuries that babies have been shown to navigate to have been being able to navigate towards countertops. And when you have a hot liquid on top of the counter, there have been instances where babies pull the counter and sustain burns. Other things are being able to cruise and get to electric outlets, which is always fascinating to them. And being able to get to outlets, they can easily pull the outlets or sustain a burn from having access to that. While cruising in these walkers, some babies have also rolled over while trying to reach surfaces or been tripped over by a toy. And while rolling over and flipping over in the walkers, they've sustained head, neck injuries, or maybe injuries to their tiny digits when it gets stuck or get trampled on by the walkers. Some other unfortunate injuries have been choking by getting access to smaller items they probably would not get to if they were sitting, or even accidental ingestions and poisons, reaching surfaces, reaching chemicals, or even medications that have been left out under the assumption that a baby or child is smaller and will not be able to reach it. Due to these dangers of baby walkers, some countries have actually banned them or you're unable to purchase them anymore, like Canada in 2004, the European Union in 2011, Australia in 2012. But the United States is yet to ban baby walkers, and you can still find them available, even though the American Academy of Pediatrics has highly recommended to ban them. And also you can find them in some African and Asian countries that still continue to sell them, despite being unsafe. So while these walkers can still be found in these countries that have not yet banned them, we still do not recommend them because the risks and the dangers of injuries completely outweigh the benefits or the assumed benefits of walking. So what are the assumed benefits of walking? The walkers actually help your baby walk faster and earlier. When babies are learning to walk normally without walkers, they do so by strengthening their upper leg muscles and their heels, and for every step they try to balance, it helps them develop and build bulk in the muscles the right way and then navigate walking. Because they're trying to push up, they tend to stand upright when they're walking and helps them maintain the correct position for gravity when they walk. So they attempt with their legs and their hands and different muscles and put their legs out balanced and figure it out. Babies placed in walkers, on the other hand, are trying to navigate moving with their toes and their feet instead of their heels and their upper bodies. And this makes the wrong muscles develop when they're learning to walk. So because these babies are leaning forward, they're kind of slouched because they're trying to move the walkers with their belly, and that makes them be placed in a position that is not normal for learning how to walk. So even though we have all these assumptions that baby walkers are supposed to help our babies walk, putting them in that makes them develop the wrong way. And actually, a study that was done in 2019 showed that babies who were placed in walkers crawled and sat and walked a little bit later compared to those who developed and walked normally. So why did I, as a pediatrician and mom, use walkers for my babies? Because I didn't know better at the time. I received them as a gift from my Nigerian parents like we always do, and I did not know about the risks and dangers of walkers, and I had no idea I actually did not help them walk, so I used them. But for my daughter, who is 6, who I had years after her realized they had dangers, did not use walker. So what about options? We all like options. What are the options of things I can use instead of walkers for safety? You can use stationary centers. These are place centers that your baby can generally sit in. They do not have wheels, so they don't have that risk of crawling into spaces. They can sit in or maybe bounce on or generally stay and play. And you can also monitor them. You can also use playpens and play yards. These are great because it gives them an enclosure where they can play inside, crawl around, and still develop all the milestones they need to develop while you observe them and keep them safe. Another option of a walker is the push walker. So this is a walker. This is not the one they sit in. This is one they generally grab and stand and hold. So while they walk, they push it. This is not doing the job of moving them around. The babies are doing the job while they're developing the right muscles to help them walk. So push walkers are so much better and so much safer than baby walkers. I hope I've been able to convince you why baby walkers don't actually help our babies walk and why the dangers and the risks and know what that exposure to our babies. If you're concerned about your baby not walking or crawling or developing other milestones, you can talk with your regular pediatrician so they can explore and see what else can help you. Don't forget to use the options and alternatives that are so much better and safer than baby walkers. I will see you in the next video. Again, don't forget to subscribe.